It's the middle of winter in Eugene, but the grass is plenty green for Dan Lanning because he's not leaving. The Alabama coaching search moves on. I got Justin Hopkins in this video. We're going to talk about the major boost in recruiting the Ducks just got from Lanning turning down Bama. But first, Oregon fans, do me a favor. Hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. It's a fun time to be a Ducks fan, and there's plenty of recruiting to come. Hit subscribe for me, please. All right, let's bring on Justin Hopkins at ScoopDuck. Justin, was it any coincidence that yesterday Evan Stewart, transferred from Texas A&M, the number one wide receiver in the portal, announced his commitment to the Ducks?
Yeah, it certainly feels like this coincidence probably meant to happen. So, big news for Oregon, of course, Dan Lanning staying and making a small video about it. And why wouldn't you? And it did exactly what you wanted on the recruiting trail, right? Hey, I'm here. You guys want to come join and build a winner? Let's do it. So maybe that was enough to push Evan Stewart over the top. Maybe Dan Lanning said, hey, Evan Stewart, let's make today a good day to a great day, and let's get this thing done. So I felt like Oregon was the team to beat following his visit. That certainly came up big, and I almost don't know that the Ducks needed him, but they got him, and it's almost like a luxury pickup. So I guess that's how good Dan Lanning and Junior Adams are doing at the wide receiver position right now.
All right, we're going to talk a little transfer portal here in a second, but let's go back to the 2024 class. Oregon's still fighting for one more top 150 wide receiver, Gatlin Bear. He is going to choose between Michigan and Oregon. Now, what's the latest? What are your sources saying on Oregon's chances here?
Yeah, it feels like a 50-50 battle, really, and I think Michigan has been the team to beat since he backed off his commitment to Boise State. Of course, they won a national title, which is tremendous. They've done a great job recruiting him, but you have to start to wonder how much does this Jim Harbaugh to the NFL talk come into play. You've got to think that will, more than likely happen or not happen by the time he makes his decision. So I think that's kind of the pushing point right here, right? Oregon's doing everything they can to stay in the race. I think they're right there, but I do think they're a touch behind Michigan. But of course, that Jim Harbaugh thing could really throw a wrench into it for Michigan. So for the Ducks right now, you just kind of stay patient, stay the course, and I guess we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, now February 7th, that's National Signing Day. Is he going to take it all the way, or does he have a commitment date set?
He doesn't have a date set yet. Pretty low-key guy. I could see him taking it all the way or just, announcing the week before or something. I get the feeling that he would maybe commit to Michigan now if he knew about the Harbaugh situation being resolved. But, right now he's just kind of taking his time, and Oregon will actually be out to see him later today. Junior Adams is going to go visit Gatlin Bear.
Okay. Now let's go back to the transfer portal. I want to talk about Jamari Caldwell, big defensive lineman, one of the top defensive linemen still remaining in the portal. He's leaving Houston. Now he was a heavy Texas lean. But that I don't know what's transpiring there because Bo Davis is out as D-line coach. So what's the latest? What are you hearing about Oregon and Jamari Caldwell? Inside Scoop fans, college football season is wrapping up, and it also means that the NFL is winding down as well. But there's still some great games left in the season. And you know what's not great, though? Finding last-minute tickets. Finding last-minute tickets, it can be a nightmare. Do not let this be the way your 2024 goes. That's why I'm here to tell you about Game Time. It is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the big-time matchups. The Game Time app is great. It's easy to use, and it works in any city, any team. And you get the best price guarantee. Do not stress over getting into your team's favorite games anymore. There's only so many big games, and you need to get these tickets at the best prices. Game Time is the place for last-minute ticket deals. Forget planning months in advance. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the day of the event. Game Time is obsessed with finding ways to help you save money. Zone deals, all right? This is where you pick a section, and Game Time picks the seats for big savings. So here's what we're going to do. Snag the tickets without stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code INSIDESCOOP for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code INSIDESCOOP for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
Yeah, similar to the Gatlin Bear situation, I do think Texas has had the upper hand. I think Oregon's aware of that. They've stayed in it and continued to have talks.
Mm-hmm.
And in that time, Bo Davis left to go take the LSU job. And now you're kind of wondering, hey, where are you at with that, Caldwell? And I think he's kind of taken a step back and maybe looking to see who they hire or, who they replace Bo Davis with at Texas. So I think that creates a little opening for Oregon. Dan Lanning's video, yesterday probably helped the matter there. So just kind of swinging away. And I think the Ducks are just a little bit behind Texas, but that Bo Davis thing could really throw a wrench in it for Texas.
What else does Oregon need to address, in your opinion, in the transfer portal? Is there anything left to address?
Yeah, they've done a tremendous job so far. I think if you're Lanning and he was sitting here doing this interview, he'd probably say, I'd love to have an interior defensive lineman, wouldn't mind adding a safety and wouldn't mind adding a corner/nickel. I think that's probably his wish list at the moment. And he doesn't necessarily need to add all three of those things. I just think that he's keeping an eye on who enters the portal, anyone that fits. And, of course, we're all kind of keeping an eye on this Alabama situation and what might happen with that roster potentially as well.
Yeah, could be more guys hitting the portal. Could be some surprises on the way in Eugene. We'll see what happens. But, Justin, you are not the only Duck for life. So is Dan Lanning. Now, how about that? Thank you for dropping by the Inside Scoop, talking about this recruiting impact of Dan Lanning staying at Oregon.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that content, be sure to subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We have a new page dedicated only to recruiting. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now.